Lucas Harow, a racist cop, arrests Lily, the daughter of a black FBI agent, over a suspicious theft accusation, but just 3 minutes later, her father, Mason, strikes back, turning the officer's world upside down with brutal revenge. What hidden dangers lurk beneath the surface? And how far will a father go to protect his child? Before we dive into this gripping story, comment below where in the world you're watching from. And if you enjoy stories like this, don't forget to subscribe. The sun shone brightly over the bustling city streets as Lily Bennett weaved through the crowd, her heart feeling light and a smile playing on her lips. Today was special. She was on a mission to find the perfect birthday gift for her mom. Lily's eyes sparkled with excitement as she spotted a high-end jewelry store ahead. The dazzling window display made her pause, just for a moment, before she took a deep breath and pushed open the heavy glass door. A tiny bell jingled as she stepped inside. The store was calm and cool, a stark contrast to the noisy street outside. Lily's eyes widened as she took in the shimmering treasures around her. "Can I help you, miss?" A warm voice caught her attention. She turned to see a friendly saleswoman behind the counter.
"Oh,
"Yes, please," Lily replied, her voice bright. "I'm looking for a birthday gift for my mom." The woman's smile grew even warmer. "That's so thoughtful of you. Do you have anything in mind?" Lily bit her lip, thinking hard. "Well, my mom loves necklaces, and her favorite color is blue. I think I have just the thing." The saleswoman led her to a display case filled with beautiful necklaces. As Lily admired them, her thoughts drifted to her dad, Mason. He had always told her that showing love wasn't just about words, it was about actions. This gift was her way of proving just that. Mason Bennett wasn't just her father, he was her hero. As an FBI agent, he fought for justice every single day. But to Lily, he was the dad who made pancakes on Sunday mornings and helped her with math homework. "Your mom is lucky to have such a caring daughter," the saleswoman said, breaking Lily's thoughts. Lily's cheeks flushed. "Thanks," she murmured. "My dad always says it's important to show people how much we care." The woman nodded. "Your dad sounds like a wise man." "He is," Lily agreed, her chest swelling with pride. As she browsed the necklaces, she thought about all the times her dad had encouraged her to be kind and thoughtful, like when she almost skipped a friend's birthday party because she was tired. Mason had gently reminded her how she would feel if her friends didn't show up for hers. Or when she had been terrified of giving a speech in class, he had helped her practice for hours. "Lily, the most important thing is to speak from your heart." Now, standing in this fancy jewelry store, she felt grateful for those lessons. She wasn't just buying a necklace, she was showing her mom how much she cared. Lily's eyes danced from one shimmering display to another, her excitement growing. Each necklace seemed more beautiful than the last. But just as she reached for a delicate pendant, a chill ran down her spine. Something felt off. Lily glanced up and noticed a well-dressed woman staring at her, a piercing, suspicious gaze that made her stomach twist. The woman, who Lily would later learn was Mrs. Hawthorne, stood tall, wearing an expensive suit and a permanent frown. Her eyes never left Lily as she leaned in and whispered something to a nearby store employee. Lily's face grew warm. The employee cast a quick, suspicious glance in her direction. What was going on? She tried to focus on the necklaces, but her hands trembled slightly as she reached for a silver chain. Something wasn't right. She wanted to ask, "Is everything okay?" But the words stuck in her throat. She had never felt so out of place. The excitement she had felt earlier?
gone."
Replaced by a gnawing anxiety that made her want to run. But she couldn't. Lily stood her ground. She thought about her mom and the perfect gift she was determined to find. She took a deep breath, just like her dad had taught her. "I belong here just as much as anyone else." Even so, she could feel Mrs. Hawthorne's eyes burning into her back. Every time she moved to a different display, she heard whispers. She felt stares. The once beautiful jewelry store now felt like a trap. As she picked up a delicate blue pendant, she saw Mrs. Hawthorne nudge the store employee and subtly nod toward her. Lily's stomach sank. Something was very, very wrong. And moments later, her worst fear came true. As Lily stepped outside, taking a much-needed breath of fresh air, a sharp voice called out, "Excuse me, miss." "Stop right there." Lily turned, her heart dropping. A police officer strode toward her, his expression cold. His badge glinted under the sunlight as he spoke in a gruff, authoritative voice. "I'm Officer Lucas Harow. We've had a report of a missing necklace from the store. I need you to empty your pockets." Lily's eyes widened. "What?" "But I didn't take anything." Her voice shook with shock. Officer Lucas narrowed his eyes. "That's what they all say. Empty your pockets, or I'll search you myself." Tears pricked Lily's eyes as she shakily reached into her pockets. "Please, there's been a mistake. I was just looking. I swear." But the crowd gathering around her? They didn't believe her. "She looks guilty," someone muttered. "Poor girl, she seems so scared," another whispered. Officer Lucas's voice grew harsher. "Where did you hide it? In your bag? Your shoes?" Lily's voice cracked as she pleaded. "I didn't take anything. Please, you have to believe me." Her hands shook. She felt trapped, surrounded. Every eye on her was full of judgment. Then, suddenly, a powerful voice cut through the tension. "What's going on here?" The crowd parted. A tall, imposing figure strode forward. It was Mason Bennett, Lily's father, her hero. His fierce gaze locked onto Officer Lucas as he stepped beside his trembling daughter, wrapping a protective arm around her shoulders. "I'm Mason Bennett, FBI." He flashed his badge, his voice deadly calm. "Now tell me, exactly what's happening here?" The game had just changed. And Officer Lucas? He had no idea what was coming next.